Hello everyone, welcome to all of you. So we have completed chapter number 1. Now let's move on to the chapter number 2, biological classification. Now let's have a look on artificial classification system. But before that, look on this introductory part. Since the dawn of civilization, we people were classifying the things, but that was not based on scientific criteria. We people were classifying things for our food, shelter, and clothing. So Aristotle was the first person who gave some system for the classification. He used simple morphological character based on which he classify animals and plants. He classify animals in two groups: those who have a red blood cell and those who did not. And he classify plant in three groups based on again morphological characteristic: larger tree, small shrub, and herbs. Aristotle, also known as the father of biology. And there is one another person, none other Carolus Linnaeus, and he is also known as the father of taxonomy and father of modern botany. Actually, he did not give any modern taxonomy, right? But based on his system, now we people are able to create some modern techniques for our classification system. So he also gave token two kingdom classification system: kingdom Animalia and kingdom plants. But here you can pause the video and get more information about his the book which written by Carolus Linnaeus. And actually he classified the plant kingdom into 24 classes, like flower with one stamen called monantria, flower with two stamen called diantria. But again, this is not important for the high school examination, right? So again, these all things were artificial classification system. Now what mean by artificial classification system? In this type of system, like this system did not distinguish between the eukaryotes, prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular organism, and photosynthetic like green and non-photosynthetic fungi. And there is one another person who gave this artificial classification system, Theophrastus. So he was a Greek naturalist and a pupil of Plato and Aristotle. So you may have heard about this Theophrastus, and now you should also one thing that a good teacher generate good student also, right? So before I correct you, I need to correct myself, right? So anyway, so based on the habit, he classified plant into four group: herb, undershrub, shrub, and trees. So he is a one step ahead than his teacher, and he written one book known as a Histora Plantarum. And for his contribution, Theophrastus it is also called the father of botany. Hope that makes sense. There is difference between father of botany and father of modern botany, right? So this all type of system of classification did not include such characteristic like as I stated earlier. So this system will not include such characteristic. Now see how classification system were evolved. I have already stated so many things about Aristotle, and there were two kingdom classification system: kingdom Animalia and kingdom plants, and three kingdom classification system given by Ernst Haeckel, and he added Protista as a kingdom which include all unicellular animals, and rest of the two are same. And four kingdom classification system given by Copeland, and he added one more kingdom Monera, and rest of three kingdom are same. And the last is five kingdom classification system given by Whittaker. He added one more kingdom fungi based on cell wall characteristic, because fungi possess and the cell wall of fungi made up of chitin. That's the reason fungi uh, put in a separate kingdom, and rest of four kingdom were same. So why I made one box here? Because this is artificial classification system, right? And rest of these all system were modern classification system, where some deep characteristic took. So beside, before there were a morphological classification system and it was inadequate to classify the animals or plants. So beside gross morphology, a need was also felt for including other characteristics like cell structure, nature of nature of cell wall, mode of nutrition, habitat method, reproduction, evolutionary relationship, right? And as I stated earlier about this 3 and 4 kingdom classification system, now let's move to the 5 kingdom classification, some characteristic. So I want you to correct one thing, that do not go for the rote reading, right? See, you don't need to, there wouldn't be any rattabazi, right? See, based on cell type, there are two types of cell, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So pro means primarily developed, and what mean by karyon? Karyon means nucleus. So nucleus, it is primarily developed. That's the reason they are prokaryotic. So all Monera are prokaryotic. And what meant by eukaryotic? Eu means well developed, and karyotic means karyon, well developed karyon. So prokaryotic don't, you know don't have a nuclear membrane, while eukaryotic have a nuclear membrane. That's the reason they are eukaryotic. And rest of three, from protista to animalia, they all are, eukaryotic. And what mean by cellulose? Cellulose, it is in Monera, non-cellulosic means polysaccharide plus amino acid. And in protista, there may be cell wall or not, because in amoeba they don't have a cell wall, actually they possess cell membrane. And what about fungi? It is made up of chitin, right? And plantae, but obvious they have a cellulosic cell wall. And what about animal? In animal, cell wall is absent because there is a cell membrane. Now I have stated about this nuclear membrane. So nuclear membrane present in all eukaryotes. And what about body organization? Because they are bacteria, right? So bacteria always in one cell, so that's the reason there is a cellular organization in Monera. In protista also cellular organization. And what about fungi? So they may be multicellular or loose tissue organization. In plant, yes, but obvious they have a tissue organ body organization. And animalia, we will see later on in chapter 4, they have a tissue organ system level of organization. And mode of nutrition in Monera, so because they are a bacteria, so they are able to, produce their own own food. Some are chemotrophs and some are heterotrophs. And protista, some are autotroph and some are heterotroph. For example, algae are autotroph and amoeba are heterotroph. And what about fungi? But obvious they are heterotrophs. Mode of nutrition, they are dependent on others. Saprophyte means they are dependent on, they are eating dead material. And plantae, yes, they are photosynthetic means autotrophic. And animal, but obvious they are heterotrophic. That's the reason they are animals, because they are not able to produce their own food. So RH Whitaker 5 kingdom classification system given by this RH Whitaker. And he considers some characteristic like cell structure, pro or eukaryote, body organization. We have stated earlier all these things. And what about mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship? So based on this characteristic, he gave 5 kingdom. And he made fungi as a separate kingdom. Why? Based on cell wall characteristic. See, if you are divide Monera into two domain, then there will be a 6 kingdom, right? Because Monera will divide it 2 domain. One is Archaebacteria and one is Eubacteria. In this Eukarya is Protista bacteria. We will see later on about this. So earlier classification system, include bacteria, blue-green algae, fungi, mosses, and fern, gymnosperm and angiosperm under plant. So there wasn't any separate group for these all things, right? Because bacteria and blue-green algae, these are prokaryotes, although they were placed in a plants. So that was a artificial classification system. So the and same as prokaryotes, bacteria and the blue green algae were placed in eukaryotes. So that was a demerit of you know artificial classification system. And also some unicellular organism and multicellular one, they were also placed under the same group. For example, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra were multicellular, and algae, they are unicellular, although they were placed in a same group. And that classification system was not differentiating heterotrophic group like fungi and the autotrophic group green plants. So that was again demerit of that artificial classification system. But based on chitin, because the cell wall of fungi, it is made up of chitin, and that's the reason Whittaker given fungi as a separate kingdom. There were all prokaryotic organisms were placed or grouped under the kingdom Monera, and the unicellular eukaryotic organisms were placed kingdom Protista. But here is one another conflict, like Chlamydomonas, Chlorella, they are photosynthetic one, and they are placed with the Paramecium and amoeba, and actually they are animal, right? They are heterotrophic, although they are placed in the same group. So this is one demerit of this 5 kingdom classification system. But it is normal. This happened because the criteria for the classification is always changed, and this kind of changes will take place in future too, and it is depending. And I want you to some of you will become scientists and do some more research in this, because we need it, and we need to develop ourselves, because we people are developing, right, and always be. So in this chapter we'll study characteristic of kingdom Monera, Protista, and fungi of the Whittaker system of classification system. And rest of two kingdom like plant and animalia we'll see later on in chapter 3 and 4 respectively. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, so kindly subscribe this channel for upcoming new videos and share with your friends. Thank you.